see you. Oh, hey, wait, watch your back. There's a nigga coming up behind you. Watch your back. Yeah, watch your back. Don't have your back to Cory Holcom. This is the Cory Holcom of pigeons. He coming somewhere nobody asked him to come. He getting all in the way. He fat. He look nasty. And he got white powder on his nose. This is the pigeon, Cory Holcom the pigeon. Oh, they must have got scared when I said they reminded me of Cory Holcom.
Yamanika Sanders isn't backing down. After going off on In Godfrey We Trust over Cory Holcom's comments about a 5-year-old girl, she could have let the moment pass. Viral clip, strong reaction, internet debate, done. Instead, she doubled down. On her latest YouTube live, her New York walk and talk, she stood 10 toes down on everything she said. No softening, no walking it back. If anything, she escalated. She called Cory a problem, repeatedly.
Oh, you had a good time watching the show last night? Yeah, I had a good time on Godfrey's show. He called me. He said, you know, it was just going to be him because everybody was out of town. I shouldn't be crossing now, but whatever. Eva was out of town. Dante was out of town. I was glad Akeem was there. Yeah, no, I wish the whole crew was there. I didn't want to, you know, the goal wasn't to go back on when nobody was on there. The goal was to go back on when they was there, but I was glad that I was available because normally I'm running around, so I was just thankful to God. I tell you one thing about Cory Holcom, that nigga got a legion of other retarded niggas just like him who will put into his podcast. I ain't never grabbed, pinched, touched, moved, fondled no fucking kid. I don't even grab my nieces and nephews any kind of crazy way. Kids are allowed to have autonomy over their fucking bodies without you coming in, touching them without their approval. You don't get to pinch them on their little cheeks. You know, sometimes if they're a baby and they can't say no and they're so cute, you don't have a pinch cheek. But like once we get out of the baby stage of pinching cheeks and pinching little legs and little toes and shit, you do not do that to no child. And especially because you're not their parent. When I talked about Cory Holcom last night sexualizing a 5-year-old little girl, this situation with Michael Jordan is completely different. We are talking, in Cory Holcom's situation, he is sexualizing a 5-year-old little girl, number one, that nobody asked him to sexualize. Not only does he sexualize a little girl, he then calls the little 5-year-old girl a whore. Okay?
It was theatrical. It was cutting. It was very Yamanika. But to understand why this is still going, you have to go back 2 years. In February 2024, Donnell Rawlings heckled Cory while Cory was performing. That moment sparked a back and forth between them. Cory called Darnell mild, implying his comedy lacked bite or danger. Darnell fired back publicly.
Mild sauce, my nigga, mild. M-I-L-D. You ketchup. You ain't hot sauce. Nobody agree? Nobody. So I'm wrong.
I came up in the hardest rooms in Brooklyn.
And what happened?
And you ain't never with them
You
rooms.
just yelling. Calm
Because I don't
down.
have a mic. I can talk to you straight up. You want to talk about it? You saying I'm mild. You saying I ain't come through the streets or the gutters and straight bull. You ask any ever see me bomb. Anybody. And you ask anybody that don't know me, I keep it gangster.
Yamanika took Darnell's side. She argued that Cory had been doing essentially the same act for 15 years. Her words, not his.
Anybody putting Cory Holcom in the top 5 is crazy.
Wait. I'm talking about
But
your top 5. What's your top 5?
this will seem like a dig at Cory Holcom, and I'm not standing down from it because I think him and Monique have the same act. It's dick, fuck, suck.
The same. Wait, Monique and Cory Holcom have the same act?
One putting on the wig and the other one cutting it down.
What
So
the fuck?
yeah.
Whoa!
I think Cory Holcom is the male Monique. Now, yeah, this ain't Club Shay Shay. This is Club Fay Fay.
She questioned his growth, his evolution. Cory did not respond with a debate about material. He responded by going after her looks.
And Yamanika Saunders.
You guys are wrong for that.
Yamanika Sanders, I heard of that.
They put him up there.
Yeah, they put Jada up there.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was
wait.
at the Comedy Store. She had a great
Yamanika,
show.
I heard of that.
Yeah, you know Yamanika.
Which one is that?
Yeah,
That's so f***ed up. I see people, I remember faces. I'm terrible with names.
But-
who is the other girl?
Yamanika. She played in Amy Schumer's joint. She
What?
was her show.
Pull up a picture of Yamanika. Wait, is she from New York?
Yes. No.
Is this another
from Boston?
This is ain't it? Don't put that up there.
Why? What the? What?
I just realized that's that bitch that somebody sent me something. Talking shit about me.
Just Niche killed too.
You funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put a picture of this up there. Let everybody see this unchosen.
To Just Niche.
Craig is okay. Where was Just Niche? Dang it, I missed it.
Niche was at the Improv with
Look at this. This got to be funny how she looked. Look at this. That's
Yamanika.
On the 5150 show, he called her fixated on her elbows and dismissed her as unchosen. He suggested she needed a sponsor, a man to guide her career. He implied she only gained attention because he talked about her. So the core of this beef was never just about jokes. It was about legitimacy. Yamanika questioned his creative stagnation. Cory questioned her appearance and value. Fast forward to 2026. Yamanika's primary issue now isn't the 15-year critique. It's what she sees as a moral line being crossed. She alleges Cory sexualized a 5-year-old girl and called her a. She questions why he frequently talks about child marriage ages in other countries and asks bluntly why this topic even lives in his mind. For her, this isn't edgy comedy, it's disturbing. On her live, she makes it clear she doesn't trust him. That pigeon metaphor wasn't random. It was her way of saying she sees him as grimy and untrustworthy. She also went after his fan base, describing them as a legion of men who financially prop up what she views as toxic content. That's where it gets ugly, because once you attack the audience, you're not just fighting the comic, you're fighting the entire scene. Meanwhile, Cory's attacks remain personal.
That's
I was just shouting out the people who had great shows.
Yeah.
she was talking shit about me, and I ain't never even met.
You definitely met her before.
I ain't never met that. I ain't never did none of this talking shit about me.
Uh-oh.
But it was a lot of talking shit about me when me and the mild nigga got into it.
Oh,
Donnell?
Yeah, when we got into it, man, it was people that I ain't even know, and they was saying, that said, I've been doing the same show for 15 years. And anybody who comes see me know it's a different show.
He continues to mock her weight and appearance. He frames her as jealous. He suggests her relevance exists because of him. The contrast is obvious. Yamanika focuses on behavior and character. Cory focuses on physical insult and dismissal. Now here's where nuance matters. On Hype Plus, Yamanika wasn't just rage. She admitted Cory is funny, acknowledged he has a real fan base, said it would be foolish to deny his talent. But she also labeled the fat B-word insults as low-hanging fruit. What men reach for when they can't counter a woman's argument.
It's important someone has to say it. we get a lot of that attention on the male side of the game. There's a lot of men. You have your Cory Holcombs. You have even Aries at times with other topics. He'll say some stuff.
I want to say something about the Cory Holcomb thing real quick. My goal is never to be negative. And even with him, with Ari Spears, or the comments that they said, they got upset about with Tiffany. Some of the people I know, right? There's no goal in to be negative, but we do come on here to make commentary about things that are happening. So I'm doing my job by making commentary. When we have people going to the comments, oh, you don't want no smoke from Cory Holcomb, you want 51. Listen, the man went on his podcast and called me a fat bitch. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I have ignored, right?
Yeah.
What I don't want to get into the habit of is when I feel pressed about saying something, I'm going to say something. There's no reason for you to call me a fat bitch, especially when you try to pretend like you didn't know who I was.
Right.
And especially when you could just have a conversation with me. And any attack that you think I may have been making on somebody else, listen, it is up to Tiffany and it's up to Aries. If they want to say something to me, they can say something to me.
Right.
And I understand, I respect that I'm having commentary about them. Him getting involved unnecessarily just to be whoever he continues to be is also problematic.
And she widened the lens. She talks about disappointment in black male comics who spend energy tearing down black women. She pointed out the double standard. When black men are loud and confrontational, they're real. When a black woman is, she's a problem. That's the undercurrent here. And timing matters. Yamanika recently released her special, White Girl. Her visibility has grown. Public support, especially after this latest flare-up, seems to be leaning her way. For now, she looks like the people's champion. But let's not pretend this is simple. Yamanika is combative. Cory is combative. Both are dominant personalities. Both escalate. The difference right now is optics. When children are involved, audiences draw a harder line. That's where this shifted from comedy beef to moral outrage. There's also a broader sadness here. We often criticize the black comedy scene for tearing itself apart publicly. Watching two veteran comedians reduce each other to insults and accusations reinforces that narrative. At the same time, it reveals something else. Yamanika refuses to shrink. And historically, women in comedy, especially outspoken black women, are expected to. Right now, she's riding a wave of support. How long that lasts is anyone's guess, because internet favor is temporary. But what's clear is this. This didn't start yesterday. It started in 2024. It simmered for 2 years, and now it's boiling.